Fourth position. Ilbon, Ariana, Hundro, Baron, Romber Memnon. Okay, Snoopers is a slight boost to Baron. Invasion Ships is a slight boost to Baron. The techs are okay. Invasion Ships is also good for Romber. What's the Imperium row look like? Pretty cool, actually. I kind of want to play Ariana with this row. Either her or Romber. There's a Hollow Projectors. Let's do Romber. Let's try to get Hollow Projectors plus Guild Accord. Okay. Ring is good. Persuasion's good. Dagger's good. It's a good start, actually. We can Wealth Mentat with it if we want to. We can potentially try to get to this Guild Accord. Stilgar's a good fallback. We get the Tech Train going a little early. This is strong. Next hand has Seek Allies and 2 Experimentations, so it's not bad. The 2 high value spaces are gone. So what does Ilbon do? Does he go Wealth? Still suits. Okay. So I think we want to open Wealth here. Mentat will be unblocked. And it's going to increase our Persuasion, then we can play our Ring. It's not what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see that blocked. We can still get Guild Accord if we hit Mentat and go to Arakeen. Research Station round 1. He's going for the Gola. He's going for the Gola. Not a lot of competition for this combat. Might be worth it just to go in for the points. He puts 2 troops in. So let's go ahead. Mentat. Man. Okay. So Dagger means that we can't have the Guild Accord. Though admittedly we could have also drawn Seek Allies, which would have had the same effect. So got 5 cards in hand. Oh, Baron's gonna take Guild Accord. Damn it. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Change of plans. Stilgar gets taken as well by the looks of it. Let's blow up the row. Shy Halud, Still Suit Manufacturer. That's what we want to go for. 4 is very good, so we don't have to go to Arakeen. So I think what we do is we go to Karthag here. War chest. Not useful for a while. So do we go negotiate withdraw or do we go firm grip? Well, negotiate draw is immediate power. Firm grip is overall better. It's kind of an in to Interstellar too. Firm grip is better. Negotiate withdraw helps us get Shai Halud though. Let's do negotiate. Oh, but I mean, if I let these other guys get firm grip, I'm gonna regret it. Firm grip. We're probably not gonna get Shai Halud. We just don't have any persuasion in the next hand. We have a negotiator. So basically what do we get this round? We got one bump with Emperor. We got some shuffle. We got 2 intrigue cards. And we got 2 Solari. And a negotiator. Overall, pretty productive round, I would say, from 4th position. Private Army, okay. Again, these are not really the intrigue cards you want to be getting early. Redraw the firm grip is pretty handy. That is actually pretty good. Guild Bank Raid. So we're gonna want to probably hit Hardy if we can. If somehow Baron does not hit Hardy here, that's what we should do. And then Wealth after that. He goes Smuggling. So we want to hit Hardy. Unfortunate. Well, we really don't want to use the War Chest in the combat. He didn't do anything pushing him towards Guild, which is kind of unusual. Hardy's also good because it blocks Baron from doing that on his second action. And he still has to seek allies, so we know he could. Redrawing the firm grip is kind of lucky. But if Wealth is blocked, we can't really use it. I guess we could Mentat with it. So he's going to try to lock up that Gola now. So Barons can no longer go Hardy, which is nice. Can still go Fold Space, though. But I think Hundro is going to block that, right? He should. I don't know if he will. And he ought to. He's got Interstellar Shipping if he does. It's a pretty obvious play, actually. Yeah. Firm Grip Mentat doesn't work. We don't have enough Solari. Wealth Firm Grip is blocked now. Kind of a bummer. Blows the row up. Unfortunate. He's going to get that in the shadows if someone doesn't reveal early. Maybe that should be me. Probably should. And Ilbon doesn't screw around with this. So it's either that or we go to a city. And getting a third entry card would be really nice. Don't get me wrong. Carthag would be cool. We got an early reveal for the In the Shadows. Letting Baron have it's just dumb. It's just a dumb decision to do. So, yeah. Take that away from him. I don't think we want the assassination mission. Could go for a bounty hunter, but I'm winning a guild bank right here. I don't need the Solari. It's fine. If wealth was still open, I would do that instead of early revealing. But it wasn't open, so there you go. Baron's kind of in a weird spot here. He's not getting his Sword Master for till round 5 actually. He has the 2. Exactly. Well, we're going to be very competitive with factions between these 2 cards. I guess I'm the Baron now. But another reason why we should early reveal for this is that we can have a reasonably good chance of getting Hollow Projectors with our ring. We may consider Snoopers for these cards. They're eventually good. It's just... Ooh. Ilbon, do you have it? Hundro might blow it away from you. If he goes Tech Negotiation, then we know. Oh, he's got it. He buys the Hollow Projector, so bummer. I really wanted that. Well, Chimerki is pretty good too. Okay, Hundro, you should be blowing up the row right now. You should be blowing up the row right now. Hundro. Don't let him have Jessica, Hundro. Why did you take 2? Alright, well. Whatever. He's gonna get Gola too. Like, it's not a good decision, man. But whatever. I'm the only person that went on this combat. I feel like 4 Solari is definitely worth the troops, but I guess they had other things they wanted to do. Hundro couldn't really go in the combat. And I don't know. I don't know what Baron was doing there, honestly. Conspiracy. We do have an Emperor card. We have Firm Grip, so it's not horrible. Good persuasion too. We redrew the convincings, but not the dagger. So we'll see what happens. Good. He's contesting a Hundra, which I like. We have to go do this. I have no spice. No water. Maybe Still Suits is the next place to go. I could Mentat, but that just draws me a dagger, which isn't really great. It does block Ilbon for whatever that's worth, and Ilbon's deck is incredible, so blocking him does definitely serve a purpose. But if Tech Negotiation gets blocked, then I can't play all my actions. So I think it's still Suits. Besides, if Ilbon's going to Mentat, he's going to do it right now. So there's not really a blocking value on that anyway. Oof. He is going to be drawing a lot of cards. Yeah. He's going to have like 8 persuasion this round. Smuggling question mark? I mean, it's good to keep it away from Hundro, right? I mean, what else are we going to do with our ring? It's probably the best thing we could be doing with it, so... Yeah, sure. The Solari's not bad either. But we do lose still suits by doing that. We could go Wealth and try to get High Council online. We have the dagger next round. Or we could go Secrets. Snoopers is now available whenever. Or we could save up for invasion ships. Schmarky. I really did want that still suits. We're not doing a whole lot with the Immortality mechanics right now. We didn't get any Talaxu cards, and we haven't researched yet. Snoopers goes. Mimic Quarters. That's free for us whenever, and honestly is incredible because of all the faction that we have. We should just be able to get it next round, no problem. So yeah, that's just going to go to us, which is pretty awesome. Wealth is pretty good here because we're going to need to get this Emperor Alliance online for the Firm Grip, right? So why not? Plus, it's 2 Solari for the War Chest at worst. We still have enough persuasion for the Interstellar Conspiracy. Although it may not make it back around to us, who knows? Ilbon is quite proficient at research. He's researched about 4 times more than us. Oh man. Okay, so Ilbon's not getting the treachery. Hopefully he's smart enough not to let him have it, yeah. Because Hollow Projectors, that would just be a terrifying thing. The row's not very good for me. Unless I get the Interstellar Conspiracy. I guess Spiritual Fervor's okay. No, it's just not worth it. Carinogenes is not good. At this point, we're just saving up for Twisted Mentat. Having the experimentations in the back half of our deck is a cost. Even though we had a good opening hand, that was one of the hidden downsides of that hand. The X-Engineer is incredible for us if we can get it through the explosive tokens. In the long run, I mean. We still have a water problem, though. What you gonna do, Ilbon? 3, blow the row up, or are you gonna buy the Spiritual Fervor? What would that give you? Solari? A Specimen for Twisted Mentat? Pretty good for you, actually, to get this Twisted Mentat. Okay. Duplicates. He could also buy Carinogenes, since he doesn't have his Swordmaster yet. Or enough for the next Mentat. Looks like he's going for the Twisted Mentat. So maybe we'll see something here. Nope. So, Conspiracy. Ouch. Okay, well, that will be interesting. Don't want to let don't want to let Ilbon have that. I'll just say that much. Okay, so we have our ring to Imperial Basin. That is basically 4 value. We could do that. Pick up. Let's go to Steel Suits first. That's going to give us the ability to go to Haga Basin, which is probably a little bit more efficient than going to Imperial Basin. And the other two don't have the ability to take Mimic Orders away from us. Interstellar Conspiracy being mixed in with the... What if we bought the invasion ships? We could discard the In the Shadows immediately. But we would have nowhere to go besides green. Which would be helpful if Baron ends up taking High Council, but otherwise it wouldn't do anything. This is a good combat for Romper to win, for sure. But I don't like the idea of losing the Mimic Orders here. I think it's better for me to... I think it's better for me to just go ahead and take the Mimic Orders. Blocks Baron, if nothing else. This is not going to be a high persuasion turn, though. So, if I had an Atomics token, I would be using it. I don't. So, yeah. Definitely a concern. I didn't know he had access to Interstellar. We're out of troops. Let's, but the water is good, too. We're not going to get Interstellar for a long time. Let's push Emperor. But Fremen, you know, we can get that the next time we draw our Firm Grip. Let's do this. What's it replaced with? Deado. Ooh. I would actually go to Dreadnought for that. Yeah, I would go to Dreadnought for that. Blocks Ilbon on Mentat, but Ilbon couldn't go there anyway. Is he trying to go Highliner? It would make some sense. He doesn't have access to Interstellar. So High Council puts me to 2 persuasion, which doesn't matter. At least not for a while. I think Dreadnought's just better. Yikes. Holy crap, this dude's a monster. With War Chest and Private Army, it's not going to be hard for us to actually get those dreads cashed in. So I think I really like that idea, actually. I think Ilbon's kind of schooling us right now. Holtzman. We're pretty far away from another tech. He's gonna get Ilbon. He's gonna get Mentat next round because Baron's gonna go Swordmaster first action. Maybe not. No one else has 8, so why would he? Yeah, it's not good. I don't think Hunter's gonna blow the row up. I don't know. With Tech Negotiation, maybe he has the Twilaxu Master. What about Carino Jeans now? Now that we have a War Chest, we kind of want to go back for another Dreadnought. It's an Emperor card. You know what? It's an Emperor card for the Interstellar Conspiracy. I think that's what's going to sell me on it. Yeah, Contaminator's good too. Oh, thank God. I mean, I don't want Hunter to have it, but I really don't want Ilbon to have it, so whatever. I think taking Fremen here was a mistake. I should have taken Emperor. Fremen's going to be too contested. I'd like to start trashing cards. But I don't have a way to do that. Research Track does it, but I have got no research whatsoever. Oh my God, he gets in the shadows. And he's got holo projectors. That's not good. That's not good. Gurney. We probably have decent persuasion next round. Wonder how open wealth is going to be. We have 3 agents and not enough cards to play. We did not draw our Interstellar Conspiracy, so we kind of want to go to Arakeen. Which doesn't guarantee it, but it's a 50-50. Could also go Firm Grip Mentat just to deny it to Ilbon. And then we get a water from going up on Fremen. It's not the best way to use our Solari, but it just depends on how much we're threatened by Ilbon specifically. Problem is, that's our Emperor card, so then we're not going to be able to use a Conspiracy. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Like, it's a 2 Persuasion card. If we don't get the graft off, it's not the end of the world. Depends on what Ilbon does. Let's see what he does. Holtzman went to Hundro, which reveals a flagship, which is pretty rich for our blood at this point, honestly. Yeah. As a very late game option, it could be something. Probably will not be. At this point, I think we should just focus on playing the In the Shadows to advance on other tracks, because we're probably not getting the BG Alliance because Ilbon was able to get that stupid In the Shadows himself. And he's going to draw a million cards a turn. He's got Gola in hand. And there's also a Reverend Mama out there that he could potentially destroy us with. So there's a lot to think about here. Not good. I feel like we're all losing to Ilbon, but I don't know what we should do about it, you know? Blocking Mentat's probably the thing I can do about it. Even though I want to go to Arakeen, this is probably the best way to actually slow him down. Problem is, we're going to run out of agents if we go to Mentat. Like, we don't have enough things to do. I don't think we can do it. Good lord, he's far along on the track. Didn't draw the card I wanted. But contesting him in the combat is also important. And hopefully Hundra will block Mentat. No, he doesn't. He does not do that. Next priority is smuggling, because it's one of the only things that we can actually do with our experimentations. Okay, that's out of the picture. Ilbon's got 3 cards. Not good. Not good. And he goes to Mentat, of course. Let's go ahead and play our experimentation, right? Better late than never, I suppose. And it is a spice, which helps us use the private army, which means that we're very, very likely to win the combat. The subject's actually not that good here. We just don't have the research progress for it. We're better off just manually buying reclaimed forces. Early reveal from Baron. Okay. Would rather use the war chest than the private army, gotta say. There's a decent chance that Ilbon goes back to wealth. Which wouldn't be great, but we could firm grip to tech negotiation. That would put us to 6, so it would be fine. This is interesting. It's probably worth picking up, actually. Works with the Interstellar Conspiracy, helps us cover up on Guild where we're behind. Gives us access to Highliner, potentially. I don't know. You could go either way on it, I think. Does he drop the In the Shadows, I'm guessing? Dagger. When you have a Mimic Quarters, it's better to go to Wealth than Tech Negotiation because you just need as much of those faction bumps as possible. We can still power through that, unless he's got combat cards. Machine Culture. Wise Invasion Ships. Okay, maybe we can't. Depends on how much he deploys. Spaceport shows up. So we have... Technically, we could still beat him. Depends on what he has in hand, though. That water back. We'll need it for Hardy Warriors, potentially. Or just more spice. Long reach. Zooey Mama. Okay, well, we really don't want Ilbon to get that, but I think he's got the persuasion. He's got 2 incredible 6-costers. I really don't think picking up Gurney was the right decision. You cannot let him have Reverend Mother. Well, long reach is almost as bad, to be honest with you. Planned coupling is pretty good. Probably better than Guild Ambassador. We're never going to get that alliance. This has 0 persuasion. Yeah, let's pick up the planned coupling. So we have Actually, a lot of graft. This is an Emperor card. Yeah, let's try it. As long as we can graft it, there's no downside. So we need to make up 6 daggers. We can technically do that. It's probably not advisable. It is probably not advisable. We're getting a lot out of second place. We shouldn't do it. There'll be other combats that we can fight Ilbon on. I'm not a big fan of the call. It's fine if we can do something funky within the shadows with it. Okay. This is a nice combo. The problem is, it leaves us without a whole lot to do with our hand. We want to hit Mentat first action. I think. It's not a good card. We need our Solari too much for other things. This combat coming up is a nerf to Ilbon, which I suppose isn't something that's nice. But yeah, Gola long reach is terrifying if he gets it off. And he's got Twisted Mentat too, so it's not going to be hard for him to do that. Thankfully, I have so much faction-based stuff that it'll probably be okay. I could take this. I could also take this to Arakeen. It fixes the hand a little bit. Depends on what Ilbon does. If Ilbon does something that gains Solari, we have to hit Mentat. If he doesn't, maybe we can consider taking this to Arakeen. Or Research Station, which could be good. Baron finally gets interstellar shipping, which is kind of funny. Problem is that now Ilbon goes interstellar shipping. He has no spice, though, so he doesn't get a whole lot. He gets Chimurky, maybe, which is pretty scary. Yep. This guy is unstoppable. The interesting thing is he actually opened Interstellar back up for Hundro. He got spice from that. So we really need to block Mentat then, because he's going to run out of cards pretty soon here, just by doing that. And that's his easiest way of refilling his hand. Thankfully, he gave me some Solari, which I need badly. Okay. Well, I like having this, but it doesn't really work with what we have here. Oh, Jesus Christ, Hundro. Hopefully you can fight him on that. Everybody's doing something kind of powerful. The Baron is the weakest of us. I don't like being the guy to fall on the sword to block Ilbon. This guy's taking more actions than Baron is, and Baron has a sword master. Arakeen is gone. That sucks. So instead, what we're probably going to do is go Research Station, I think. Putting our dread in is free after all. I don't love using the water when there's a great flat available, you know. He's always going to go back to interstellar. This guy's crazy. Jesus. What did he discard? Diplomacy. He's not going to have a lot he can do. So let's do this. Interstellar Conspiracy with Guild Impersonator. So we get the guild bump. Let's draw cards. Pretty bad, actually. He's got to be scarabs at this point in the game. Deploy our dread. Omni bump. Emperor, because I don't want to go back there. Put another troop in. I'll put 2 troops in. We have detonation devices. We can graft planned coupling with Carino genes. That'll be pretty good. That's going to give me a scarab, actually. Which is an entry card. Which means I'm going to have to probably call something. Maybe. If we go to secrets, we don't have to, because nobody will be able to take our cards. There goes Chimarchy. Artillery. No, artillery wouldn't be bad. Baron gets the spice, so he's actually not doing so bad. He's probably going to be at 7 points once he takes Emperor here. I was chasing Hundro. That's good. Very unproductive for him. I mean, maybe he can steal it with Shield Accord, but yeah, overall that's good to see. Although the sad thing is that he's at 7 spice, so he finally gets a Swordmaster. That's pretty annoying. Planned coupling. Carino genes. Is it selective or is it secrets? I think it's secrets. Yeah. Let's get this out of my hand. Plans within plans. Oh my god. Wow. That's lucky. Has he already used his invasion ships? Yes. So we're safe on secrets. If I steal from somebody? I don't think so. But it looked like I got 2 cards there. So I must have stolen from somebody. Maybe it was Baron. I wonder if we just go back and buy another dread. I think probably so. Oh, he goes to 4 intrigues, and he's going to discard. Crazy. He doesn't have a second card to discard, right? So he can't do it twice. Didn't he just discard Diplomacy already? I guess he redrew it with Jessica. Plans within plans should win us the game. What would happen if we researched? We could either get a scarab or we could get a trash. Trash is not bad. Don't want to attack. Even though I'm Romber, I don't want to attack. We kind of drew all our graft, so this Quartermaster is going to be stranded. I wonder if I try to win this combat or not. I've got 4 cards in hand. I really should. This is a tight game. I feel like everyone's playing pretty well. Very interesting. Wonder if that's a defensive guild ambassador or what. He reveals for nothing. Yep. Can't put it on top of my deck or I would. Ilbon's at 4 intrigues and that can't be tolerated. Let's see what they spend. G manipulation is not bad. X-Guild Compact is probably better though. Because we could graft it to a non-guild space. Yeah, let's try it. Could also buy Freighter Fleet and then immediately call it. Doesn't seem that good. Let's do the X Guild. Scary. Now he's not going to be stolen from. I hate to use a private army here when we're probably going to win the combat anyway. But Hundro may have a card he wants to unload. He's at 4 intrigues. Secret's is way too valuable right now. Get another card, Hundro, or Ilbon, I mean. He's thinking it through. That's for sure. I definitely don't want to tie. We don't want Ilbon to be able to just hit Mentat next round. I wonder if he's got a Gruesome Sacrifice in hand. Or Harvest Cells, probably. We'll detonate here, we'll go to 7. My problem is we're still going to be possibly stolen from by Ilbon, but I don't think he wants to do something else. I don't know. Wow, that's not a good card at all. Well, there's only a 25% chance that plans within plans get stolen, but if it gets stolen, the game's over. So we have to spend this bypass protocol as soon as possible. Could also call the X Guild for 2 spice. Kind of neat. I mean, he would steal 2 entry cards. He should do it. We just can't let him have the plans within plans. It's just too important. It's a close one. So he's setting up Highliner. Yeah, let's get bypass protocol the G manipulation. There we go. I can go secrets myself. I need the bump on BG anyway. Yeah, let's do it. Tactician finesse. Okay, so let's go down on Fremen to go up on BG. Then let's Cully in the shadows. We're still over capacity, and he could steal from us now. But we can't do anything about it. We have too many intrigue cards. And the shadows is in his discard. If he wants to steal it, the way he's going to do it is by going to selective. Not to go by going to secrets. If we play Water of Life, draw Contaminator, Quartermaster, Convincing. They don't really matter. But it's good to get through them, I guess. There's the Highliner. He's really pressing for that alliance. We actually have a decent amount of strength in the combat. We can add 7. It's not enough to win. Might be enough to get second, though. It's pretty costly for Ilbon to go to secrets. He has to discard a card. He doesn't have his in the shadows to discard. He only has 4 cards in hand. Selective is definitely the play he would prefer to do. And if he's going to use his... He's probably more likely to actually just infiltrate Highliner, right? I don't know. He might really want that alliance back. And he can definitely take it selective breeding if he... We'll see what he does in this action. He either goes selective or he goes Highliner. I'm almost certain of it. If he doesn't take the BG back, we can lock it in with Firm Grip. Maybe I should have saved the call. If I save the call, in the situation where he does go to secrets, plans then plans is harder to steal. 20% instead of 25%. So he drops the Spiritual Fervor, so he's either going to secrets or he's going to Highliner, I think. uses... Goes on BG and he goes on Emperor. He does have plans, but he can't actually select them anymore. Okay, so we can lock in BG, or we can try to move up on Guild. Because Ilbon is our competition, I think lock in BG is just a better play. Whew. We lose the Fremen Alliance. It's not a big deal. I don't love it, but it's not a big deal. Interesting thing is, if we don't use the wet water of life, and I don't think that we should, we could draw this with a graft card next round. But I'd like to have my Contaminator. The Baron does end up taking that away from Hundro. Thankfully, his invasion ships are gone, so we don't have to worry about secrets anymore. But I want to get this out of my hand. And that's one reason why we might prefer to just go to Siege Tabor and use it. Actually sent 0 troops. I think I beat him anyway because of the plans within plans. But we'll see. Either way, the game's not ending this round. If we go to smuggling to just get a research off what happens. We get to trash a card, probably, is what happens. We don't get to play the Contaminator. I think we just need to get our hand unburdened. Negotiator. Just throw stuff in. We might be able to get a point in a second. Baron's going to be able to buy 3 points here, but he doesn't have the SMF. It's if he wins the combat. Of course. And Hundro could beat him in the combat, too. We're gonna go first next round, so there's no rush on this. As long as we have the spice in the water, we can use Water of Life next round. It sounds pretty good. So if smuggling's available, I think we just do that. Scarab here plus Contaminator next round is a guaranteed point. We're probably gonna get another specimen. We only need to get to here. And if we trash, we improve our hand a lot next round. So let's trash the X-Guild Compact. And improves the odds that we can graft the Quartermaster, which I think are already very good. If we graft the Carino genes, we get the Scarab anyway, so I think that's the play. Hunter doesn't have the resources to win the game if he wins the combat, so we definitely want him to win. I just don't think he will. If Baron had demand respect, he wouldn't win because he wouldn't have the 2 spice left over. You'd have to have demand respect plus like to the victor, which is not very realistic. But then he would win the game if he had that. Unfortunately, our troop resources are limited by the fact that we have 3 tech negotiators and 2 specimens. Also, if we research one more time, we get a Scarab anyway. So favored subject plus demand respect would win him the game. He could win the game now if he has demand respect. Research from industrial espionage. Does it matter? Probably not. It's in our turn. We just need the game not to end this round so that we can actually get to the plans within plans. What would Tactician do for us? Not much. Moment of truth on the demand respect. Let's see it. No. Sweet. Okay. I think that means we win. There's our graft. Okay. So, we have 3 negotiators in our signet ring. It's not enough to get anything meaningful, actually. We kind of missed all our best cards. The only graft card we have is Guild Impersonator. This is awkward. I guess we graft it to Arakeen. But then we don't get the guild bump, which we kind of need, to be honest. Go to smuggling with a 4, 1 Solari away from the war chest. This is tough. Contaminator is a Scarab. Let's do this. I don't run out of time. I already ran out of time. Didn't draw good cards either. 2 reconnaissance and experimentation. Not what I wanted to see at all. So he's got you slurp. That's why he used as a detonation token. Crap. Okay. So if we can get to smuggling, We get 1 bump on guild. We really needed that guild impersonator. I should have taken more time. Quartermaster was a red herring. Signet ring here, smuggling down, spice to at 5. We can buy spaceport. It's not great, but it's probably the spice must flow. No reason anyone would go smuggling. I'm the only person that can't go interstellar. We can draw into firm grip. We can get that last one on guild. That was a big misplay, but we just ran out of time. There was too much to think about. We win the combat, we win the game. I just don't think that that happens. We either play War Chest to win the combat, or we try to get the 10 Solari. I just don't know if I don't know if we can. I really needed this guild impersonator to draft to Spice Space. Should have probably just drafted it to smuggling. Would have been enough. Just ignore the quartermaster, you know? Oh my god, he took smuggling. Oh no. We might be screwed now. He's gonna go to 11 on Emperor. Wait, no, he doesn't even have the... What? Why would he do that? Just to block the 3 of us? So weird. I can go diplomacy to fold space, but that doesn't do it. We need more. We can't get this spaceport anymore. We just have to go tech negotiation with Ring, which is not what I want to do. This is not good. Who would have thought Baron would have gone to smuggling? It's so weird. Everyone's running out of time to play their moves. What are you waiting for? Oh, he's trying to discard. Okay, sure, whatever. Right? We take 1 negotiator, we buy the spaceport. It's awkward, but... So Ring, negotiator, spaceport. There's the firm grip. But that doesn't get us all the way. It just gets us up 1. Maybe we should go for the combat instead. I don't know. This is tough. We kind of screwed the pooch on this one. Now I can't play my Contaminator. Yikes. There goes card bag. We can't get the war chest either. But at least we have the daggers. So we might be able to win the combat. Should we block wealth? Because that's how Baron wins the game, right? It's by going to wealth. Firm grip wealth. Pay up on Emperor or on guild. Yeah, I think we do. Lose 4 though, which means we don't get a Spice Must Flow. We could just Diplomacy to Wealth. But then we don't get the guild point. Currently, we have 1 point from Plans Within Plans. Basically, would I rather have the Mimic Order? Would I rather have the point from the guild? I think I'd rather do it this way because if the game goes another round, it helps us get the Plans Within Plans second point and the Mimic Order's point. So we're sitting at 9 right now from the Plans Within Plans. I almost think we don't even buy the Scarab. I almost think we just buy the troops. He gets it anyway. Not going another round. Shit. Should have just gone for the combat. But I've got better odds in the combat than anybody else unless Ilbon pulls something out of his butt. See what Ilbon does. If I win the combat, I definitely win the game. 10, 14, 17. Ilbon's the only one that can beat me here, I'm pretty sure. He's got 9 cards in hand, though, so who knows what he can do. 9 cards. That's crazy. He only got 1 action, though. Guess we buy the full scale. Scarab doesn't do anything, we just buy troops. Hundro could beat me if he has good enough intrigue cards. I think if I had drawn that hand, if I had drawn better cards in that hand, it would have been game over easily. Now I'm not sure. Spice could matter for tiebreakers. What's Ilbon's last move? This was brutal right here. There were so many things like this game should be in the bag and now it's not. Hollow projectors. Drops a dagger. Okay. Baron can't lose his alliance, so the game is ending. I think I do win the combat, though. I mean, I'm winning before anything else happens. He's gonna run out of time if he's not careful. He's trying to do some kind of grafting. Okay. Another action. Gotta keep going. Doesn't have enough for Highliner, though. It's 4 fewer reveal daggers now. So that's good, at least. Ilbon looked like he was going to dominate everybody. I don't know what happened. Invasion ships. Reconnaissance. He's probably not getting an SMF. Interstellar with Gola. Experimentation. I don't know what this is. Maybe he's trying to get the flagship. There's more reveal daggers that he's burning here. I think he's getting flagship just for end-game score. Yeah. That doesn't concern me. Unless he has rapid mobilization, and then it does. Although he doesn't have the Solari. But he could probably, I think he just took Spice, didn't he? Yeah. So he can't actually use the flagship. Okay, go ahead and reveal. It's another intrigue, which is the scary part here. I'm ahead of him, though, before intrigues, still. And I have 7 daggers in hand. He'll have to have 8 to win the combat. The Romber Dread is actually breaking the tie, which is kind of cool. No combat card from Hundro. So it's really just if Ilbon can do it. Don't like that. But I can still beat him. There's the war chest that we got like round 1. Just get that out of there. Now, I don't have more spice than anybody, so I'm going to lose a tiebreaker. Speaking of, Hundro's the one with Shamirki. Doesn't have the Holtzman point. You got more, Ilbon? Tell you what, these Immortality games, dude, these things are freaking knife fights. They're stressful. Probably just because they're longer. X games just were shorter, so they were less stressful in general. I feel like if he had a card, he would have played it. I feel like he's just mad. The thing is, we're only actually 1 point ahead of Baron right now. So if he draws an in-game intrigue, we're in trouble. Come on, man. Don't hold everybody hostage. You got the card or you don't. The problem is that they're going to get intrigue cards. Let's go. Dead Nation Devices. misplayed a little bit at the end there. Although I will say that playing, grafting the Quartermaster did give me the extra troop. Romber was pretty handy here, actually. Although I would have had 2 extra points had I gotten just a single other bump on Guild. And I have to think that would have been very achievable for me had I grafted it somewhat differently. Like, we didn't even get a Spice Must Flow this round. So, like, the card draw on the Quartermaster didn't matter. Did not matter. We should... This card's bad. It's really bad. But we should... First off, we shouldn't have bought it in the first place. But given that we did buy it, we should not have grafted it. Yeah. Anyway... Super, super close game. Pretty fun, though. We got 2 detonation device points, which is always really fun. 1 point from plans within plans. We had to basically... We didn't have to, but we maybe could have gotten the war chest point had we not been blocked on smuggling. What was the MVP card of the game? It's got to be Firm Grip, right? I mean... It just helped us so much with factions. It should have been a cakewalk to get these Mimicors, and we actually didn't. So maybe it was something else. I mean, Carino Genes gave us Solari, and it did give us Scarabs. We never got the Scarab point either. We were almost to, like, so many different things. We were so close. So I don't think we can say it was Carino Genes. Interstellar Conspiracy gave us Spice, and it gave us Faction Bumps. That might be... I don't know. This was a really fun deck. It was like a Graft Central. We had... Conspiracy and Plan Coupling and Carino Genes and Guild Impersonator. And we had like 4 different if grafted cards. It was kind of cool. Never got the High Council seat, but I think spending 6 Solari for 2 Dreadnoughts and 2 detonation points is better than that. Like, without that second Dreadnought, we would not have won this combat. Take 4 strength away from our side. We're just tying with Ilbon and Baron, even with a Tactician. So... Dreadnoughts can be good, detonation devices are fun, and this was a Romber game. I hope you guys enjoy. I guess I'll say that Firm Grip was the MVP just to get it out of the way. But yeah. Anyway, good game, guys, and I will see you later.